dressed up as a bumblebee?
It is.
Oh my god. I hate that I can tell.
You might want that for syncing things up.
Oh, I thought we were just being
We
happy.
were all clapping at different times.
But no, we're doing. This is what seals do.
That's what seals do.
Now everybody. All right, that's gonna be a clip. Put that on the. Put that on the Instagram.
You know, often we're gonna say clip it. And
Yeah.
play it.
Yeah.
We got a lot of gotcha moments in here.
Yeah.
There's the AI will go through and take off anybody saying clip it,
Yeah.
and then actually make a clip out of it. So just don't tell any haircutting
That's
stories.
genius.
That's right.
I love that.
Okay.
At the Mint last night, the person who cut my hair on Thursday was there.
Oh wow.
So yeah.
Save it for the
That's the
podcast.
karaoke thing?
Yeah. The
Okay.
Mint, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna play the intro. Dylan,
Yes.
let's go.
I'll let it play for like a few seconds and then I'll jump in.
Okay.
Hello. This is your fucked up fuck. This is the I fucked up the relationship intro podcast. Your fucked up relationship podcast. My name is Dylan,
My name is John.
My name is Scott.
My name's Kia.
and you might be able to see them all now. And the music stopped. This is the inaugural episode. That means first, everybody, just in case you didn't know. And so we're figuring out what we're doing here. One of the things to figure out was, what do I put on a table to make people happy? And you've been holding Mr. Tubbies, I
It's a
call
real
him.
win, I'd say.
Yeah.
I didn't understand what the goal was,
Mhm.
but now I understand that
You
it
get
was
it.
successful.
I have one
Okay.
question. Are you keeping the tag on because you think it's going to raise in value in 20 years?
It's
like a
cool.
Beanie
You know
Baby?
how people do it with hats? It's now cool for plushies.
Are you collecting Stanley Cups too?
What, is that a thing?
Sadly, yes. It's the new.
It's a new gel pen.
It's the new gel
like a
pen. It's the
fancy
new
thermos.
Beanie Baby. You know,
It's a
keep
new
those tags
yo-yo.
on.
We're talking about the hockey trophy?
No, this is a
No,
fancy
that's what I thought
thermos,
too.
like a Yeti thermos almost, but Stanley.
Oh.
Yeti's a horrible company. So is Stanley a horrible company?
I don't know. I mean, how much do you care that they hired somebody to do their marketing that just was so successful that now people are collecting Stanley Cups 50 at a time so that they have one color for every outfit?
That's not why I hate Yeti.
What did Yeti do? What,
I think
what's
they
their
were one of the
scandal?
ones about like giving Trump a bunch of money, or like
Oh.
they're like, or they were like, oh, this COVID thing isn't real. Like they did a huge thing during that. So.
I did not know
Okay,
that.
And they're
that
named
does
after
sound a
such a
little worse,
majestic creature.
What?
We're named after such a majestic creature.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's sad. Well,
who
I'm
cares?
learning a lot about millennial things now, I guess. I work with children, and so the amount of things that I need to type in Urban Dictionary is like increased tenfold, especially now that I'm in the middle school, because elementary kids, they're kind of like learning words.
Yeah.
And then middle school kids, they've learned all 10 basic words, and now they've moved on
All
to
10.
all 10 basic
Yeah.
words.
Elementary kids are learning more than just words. They're like learning feelings. And
That's
like,
true. That's
Same,
true.
Middle schoolers are definitely.
That's true. But
also
at least they
learning
knew they
feelings.
existed originally.
Yes.
Yeah.
So anyways, yeah, I like, I think bussin' is a word that kids use now.
What does it mean?
I don't know.
I think
Actually,
it
I
means
didn't
like
look that one
it's
up.
great. It's like awesome.
It's bussin'.
It's bussin'.
It's bussin'.
I hear people say that about food.
Food is busing?
That sandwich was bussin'.
Can you
What-
bust the
how many
sandwich
people
means
are
get
you
the sandwich
talking
out
to
of
that
here.
are this hip.
I see it on Instagram.
You see people talking about their sandwiches being.
I see
good.
people my age or older using the word bussin'. And so that's my only reference.
Wow.
Yeah. no.
Talking about sandwiches mostly.
To be in your Instagram.
Would be good.
It's not that
to
interesting.
be a fly on the wall in your Instagram.
Yeah.
Your Fucked Up Relationship is a show that happens here on Friday and Saturday nights. We'll do plugs at the end also. And it is now a podcast, I guess. Our fearless leader gave us the go-ahead.
I don't know if that's me or Max, but
Okay.
okay.
I
Both
did
of them,
not
by the
run this
way,
through Max.
I might be the fearful leader.
Both of them just riddled with fear at
It's
all
true.
times.
It's true. I did bring a baton, and I did make you say yes. And so we're taking a bit of what happens in the live show, live improvised comedy show here in the Mission. Press it again. That's me saying no, thank you. You can
That's
record
you?
your own words.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. I thought it might make a noise, but then I was like, he wouldn't have put it here in front of me
Yeah, it's making
if it was
noise.
gonna make a
Some
noise.
of them don't make noise.
Yeah.
Okay, there we go.
We got
yeah.
nothing over here.
Yeah, I gave you the one.
Sorry, continue.
The premise of this comedy show is of the live show on Friday and Saturday nights at 9 here in the Mission is to interview somebody who has a fucked up relationship story. And then we do some funnies based off of that, improvised comedy show, usually in like half-hour bits or a little less. And then we were like, I was like, I love the interview portion. And that is why the podcast came to
So
mind.
this is just interview after interview.
This is just this is only interview
with no payoff.
yeah. If you say anything funny, you're ejected. It's gone. It's gone. The interviews are so fun. I always find that like to be super interesting, and of course I like the improv part of it too. But
Wow, no pressure. Okay.
yeah. Speaking of, you were the first fifth person we invited today to be the first person on the podcast. We love you, Kia. Kia
So honored.
lives down the
Thank you.
street from me,
Yeah.
and is coming out of improv retirement.
It's
true.
It's the thing I keep saying to Kia over and over again. We're coming out of retirement. Right?
Yeah, emerged from a 10-day meditation in New Zealand. You have a lot going on.
Yeah, with a new outlook on life, and thought, oh my God, the improv, but I need more of it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
Tell us about your relationship with comedy.
well, it's pretty fucked up.
Mhm.
I use comedy as a coping mechanism. But it's also great. Do you mean like how I got involved in it?
Yeah.
Yeah. I was always like interested in theater and did like a little bit of theater in middle school or something, and then I got terrible stage fright when I
The feelings
hit
you learn.
puberty.
Feelings you learn in middle school.
Yeah, and then I like disappeared forever and was like, oh man, those theater kids must be so cool and having so much fun, but I could never do it. And when I moved to the Bay Area and I was like much older, I thought I'd give it another shot. But I was still too afraid to audition for anything because I had no theater experience essentially. So I saw improv classes where you didn't have to know anything to show up, at least. I'm not saying that we don't know anything still.
Mm-hmm.
We don't.
We don't.
Don't, but I'm not saying that. So yeah, I came to like a drop-in class, and then I was hooked. I took 1 through 5 back to back to back to back.
Who was teaching the drop-in?
I don't remember.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I remember that it was not someone that,
Is
I
it in this
later
room?
It was you,
found.
Scott. It was you.
Is it somebody in this room?
But I remember Scott taught my 101.
I did?
Mm-hmm.
Was it in the basement of Piano Fight?
No, it was here at oh my God, wait, what am I thinking of?
No.
Yeah, it must have been the basement. of
Yeah,
Piano
I was
Fight.
saying you were at that time,
Oh.
weren't you?
Yeah, I don't know why I have a.
Or was it
memory.
or was it ETC North? Did we have that at the time? No.
That doesn't make
The
sense that you
Sprint
would
store?
have, right?
No, not if we were at Piano Fight.
Because
no.
like I definitely took classes at the old Endgames too, so I don't know. I have a false memory of 101. Maybe it was like you subbing for a class
Yeah,
that I took later.
I also push everybody who ever came through is like they're in the same 3-year band, and I'm like, you all came through together, right? And
Like,
they're
you all know each
I'm
other.
like, fuck.
They're all like one amorphous person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I get that. Do you still do comedy?
Well, I am sort of coming out of retirement because I took about a year off, I think.
Dang, it's been a whole year?
Yeah, I think I didn't renew my house team thing at the end of 2022.
Mhm.
So I did like a music year in 2023, and then I was like, cool, I don't think I'm gonna get good at that either. So I'll go back.
Are these the classes that you're taking at the college next to us?
Took a songwriting class and a choir class
you
at
have
Laney.
college next to you?
Yeah, we live right next to
Laney Community College.
Laney
Oh,
College.
wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, they have awesome classes, and it's been free since COVID because they
Damn.
just have like this leftover funding.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
It is, yeah. So just trying to take advantage of that.
What'd you learn in songwriting?
Not a lot. Things I already knew, like most songs have choruses and verses and a bridge.
Okay. All right. Very
Yeah.
basic 101.
It was not super helpful. Yeah.
Did they give you instruments or anything?
Oh no.
Like a harp?
No. It was just sort of like lyrics and maybe a little bit there was almost no instruction. This guy just worked in the music industry and sort of was like chaperoning us while we sat around and went into breakout rooms where we failed to discuss what we were writing because nobody wants to talk about the music. They're writing like
I was gonna say, did they tell you how to get
awful.
over that thing I do where I'm like, oh, this is a lyric line? No, it's stupid. It's the worst.
Exactly.
Like, why would anybody go for that and then like put on the music and it's like chickadee China, the Chinese chicken? It's like, what the fuck? And like that sells was like my idea is like
I could see you getting really mad in your bathroom and you have
Yeah.
like lipstick. all over your-
stupid,
Yeah, I
stupid,
hate
lyric.
stupid.
Who would ever thought that would have worked? You know?
Yeah, they didn't provide enough instruction about that, but they did sort of throw us in the deep end by being like, okay, cool, there's 2 breakout rooms, there's rap and there's country. Just pick one and go write songs with people in it. But of course, there were more than 2, and I joined the one that nobody cared about, which was probably like indie folk or like emo sad people music or like
I find it
Rap
hard to
and
believe that
country.
nobody in Oakland would care about either of those two things.
well, nobody in the Zoom class that I was
Oh,
in.
well.
What were they mostly interested in?
I think it was mostly like rock, I guess.
Okay, yeah.
And yeah, a little bit of like electronic stuff.
What did they expect you to do in the breakout room?
Just like connect and realize that we were great at writing songs together. I don't know. It was
Sounds awkward as hell.
pretty contrived. Yeah.
I took maybe around the time you were taking that, I took a stand-up class. I've taken 3 over the course of the last like 5 or 6 years, which I've been doing stand-up off and on too. But yeah, not the most recent one I took, but the one before that, it was like, this is a microphone and this is how you hold a mic. It was like way too 101.
Ooh.
Interesting.
Yeah, and it's just like, it's just hard to know because when they say like also good for an intermediate or whatever, and like this was, I mean, I wouldn't say it was a bad class, but it wasn't for me.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
pretty basic.
Mm-hmm,
Interesting.
mm-hmm.
I mean, I probably said that with like terrible audio because I don't know how to like how close to a microphone to be. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm definitely like 101 level, but
Yeah, that's okay. You're a 101 podcaster.
Yeah.
You'll
101
get there.
podcast.
I mean, for all of us, this is essentially a podcast class. We're all learning.
Mm-hmm.
I think the microphone's close enough to my mouth.
So
Yeah.
you're doing okay.
You just want to always, as a past sound engineer in a past business I
Oh.
ran, you always just have to tell people to eat that mic.
Eat that mic.
Eat that mic. So.
Make a lot of weird noises, like low frequency noises into the microphone.
Just something
People
that we
love
have
that.
to edit later.
Personal notes, you just write them in there, be like, gotta buy cauliflower.
People love hearing that on their way to work.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd
Because it
love-
could be something that they also need to do, and then they'll be reminded of it.
That's right.
That's true.
Cauliflower.
Fuck,
I knew
eat
it.
cauliflower.
Mhm.
Oh, God, I love
I
cauliflower.
want to be able to say things backwards so then I could play it
Whoa.
backwards.
Whoa.
Like those 80s records. That
Those
had-
sound creepy.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
do. I
Or
know.
like Missy Elliott's song.
What?
Yeah.
Missy Elliott's song.
We can't physically make those
Gosh,
noises
not
with our
bad.
mouths because we're humans. But if
Yeah.
you play the Missy Elliott song backwards, it says something.
What is she saying when she's going?
I knew what it was.
I forget.
It's something like, it's just some encouragement thing of like
Wanna work
I'm gonna lay
it,
this
work
verse
it.
down and you're gonna love it or something. You know, it's something like
Put my
that.
thing down, flip it, and reverse it. It might be put my thing down. flip it, and
No,
reverse
she
it.
says, I think she says something else, or maybe it is that, just that same thing.
Yeah,
reversed.
same
Probably
thing.
is.
She
Put it
already
and
said
reverse it because
forwards.
that's what she's saying, and then she's put it down and reverse it.
Yeah.
But I don't hear her putting it down in there. I don't know what that phrase is supposed to mean.
I
comes
typed
to
in
music.
Missy Elliott backwards, and it's just pictures of her in the other
What?
direction. I'm just kidding.
Just pictures of Missy Elliott's butt. Is that what you're saying?
yeah.
In
You
the
gotta
other
type, what does
direction.
she say backwards?
T.S. Rever Dene Tipilf Nwad. I
Okay,
put
but
my
can you-
thing down, flip it, and reverse
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
It's the same.
Thing
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
flip it, and
Kind of
reverse
genius.
it.
Yeah.
She was out of her time.
Way ahead of her time.
Roald Dahl, though, he had that book about the turtles, right? SEO Trot? No,
He's like
I think
the
that's
Missy
Yertle the
Elliott of the
Turtle.
writing world.
What?
By Dr. Seuss.
Is it? No, it isn't. No.
I don't know.
I think it's Roald Dahl. It has a book like about like a tortoise and like a neighbor like tells another neighbor to like feed their tortoise something, and I think he's in love with the other neighbor, and he just is like, I'm gonna make up something, and it's SEO Trot, which is just tortoise backwards. And I had a childhood, and I loved it.
I did not. We
Yeah.
didn't read this book.
I mean, most Roald Dahl stories, don't they have some sort of evil, sinister ending or darkness to them? Was there some kind of darkness to this turtle story?
Probably the listeners at home are like, it's not Roald Dahl. Like, it was a book from my childhood that was imprinted on my brain.
what about the tortoise? What did we learn?
It was like making the tortoise healthy or something. It was like a soup for the tortoise. And
Aw.
the neighbor, I think she had to like say like she had to make the soup or something and be like SEO trot. And then there's some more words that
So there was
were,
witchcraft.
I guess.
Oh, yeah. That's
Yeah.
very Roald Dahl.
Very Roald
The
Dahl.
whole story
I
about
think
witch.
that's what it is. People were probably, this is probably horrible. I'm gonna look it up after the podcast
It's wrong.
and
It's
just
so wrong.
cry.
Roald
Yeah,
Dahl
yeah,
has
yeah,
a
yeah.
great short story about this woman that kills her husband with a frozen leg of lamb, and the cops are in her house looking for the murder weapon, and then she serves them the leg of lamb and
Ooh.
gets rid of the murder weapon.
Brilliant.
Ooh.
Great. I'm surprised they haven't made a movie about it that I know about. They might have made a movie about it, but I don't know about all the movies that have been made. So
Well, Wes Anderson's making a bunch of Roald Dahl short
that's
movies.
true.
Oh, really?
on
That sounds
Netflix,
fun.
Yeah.
Well, we'll keep an eye out for the tortoise one,
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna
where
make that one
he
into it.
nurses a tortoise back to health and he says his name backwards.
Yeah.
Have any of you ever had like the want to do an audiobook like recording, like just recording yourself?
Oh yeah, I love reading
Yeah.
aloud to people.
Yeah.
And during the pandemic, I thought about actually I did one time stream myself. I think
What'd you read?
The Great Gatsby.
What, the whole thing
Oh.
front to back?
No, just the first chapter. I think
Okay.
on a Twitch channel that no one was watching.
That's awesome.
to see
How did you
what it was
market
like.
it?
I didn't.
Okay.
It was the pandemic. I needed
me
something
reading
to do.
Roald Dahl. Yeah.
It
yeah.
was just like
or Great Gatsby. Yeah.
you know, I might as well have just been doing it for myself. But I was like, well, let's see how weird it feels to be live streaming to no one.
I would have watched that.
Well, yeah, I did. I'll do a better job marketing it next time.
Idea for the future. Read The Great Gatsby, except all the chapters are out of order.
I would listen to something you recorded. That was the reason I
Everybody
said it, is
hated
'cause-
that. Nobody liked that.
Nobody likes that.
Everybody thought it was stupid. I retract my statement. It's not interesting.
I had a different connection with reading stuff out loud. I absolutely hated it growing up because that was the subject I was horrible at, English and reading. And I mean, I like in third grade went through classes for like a speech impediment and stuff. And so when I got into college, I was like, well, I'm just going to work on this. And I would make up situations like for friends, just being like, hey, we should do this thing. And it always involved like reading out loud just to like give me practice.
What?
Yeah.
How do you fake your way into
Like
that?
you
I
suggest?
went on a camping trip with two people. I think they were siblings. I played disc with them, and we went on a camping trip. And I was like, "Hey, everybody, just
Sorry, is disc ultimate,
ultimate,
frisbee?
yeah,
Disc golf?
yeah."
Even I don't call it that.
Well, I call it that. It's
I
okay,
played
you know.
disc.
yeah.
Is
What do you
this
call disc
ancient
golf
Greece?
then?
Exactly.
Frisbee
That's
golf.
what I disc golf is. You know,
I played disc. We'll edit that out.
ultimate. I played
No.
ultimate.
We're keeping that in.
Whatever. I played disc before it was called ultimate. Before it got branded into a
This
into-
machine.
into a big ultimate
disc.
that you are just eating at the teat of. You know?
Yeah.
And I think we went camping, and I was just like, "Hey, everybody! Like, bring your favorite short story. We don't have anything to do, you know. It's like we could do that or board games." And they were like, "This is a great idea." And I was like, "Yeah, we'll just read it to each other."
You've just coerced.
Really
Yeah.
weird.
Is
Is that why
like,
you?
kept it a secret that you did this because you wanted to practice?
Probably, yeah.
What none of you realize is that Scott actually wrote out everything we've been saying,
Everything, yes,
and he's just been responding by reading.
yes.
Okay, well, here's an idea. Maybe read it out of order.
Still not a good idea.
It's good. It's better.
Read
It's
it
better. Everybody likes
backwards?
it.
Yeah.
Hmm?
Everybody
Oh, that-
likes it.
Everybody
Yeah,
likes
yeah,
it.
yeah.
Huh?
I love that. I wonder if we should jump into your story. I know you and I contemplated a little bit on whether or not there was a relationship story for you to share, but you
Yeah,
kind of been going back and forth on what
I
you want
was
to share.
struggling just because, like, I'm a people pleaser and I am very conflict averse. So I
Mm.
generally have not found myself in a lot of really high conflict situations that also make a good story.
Whatever this story is, we'll make sure to share it with them.
Okay, well,
Yeah,
that
yeah,
makes me feel a lot
directly.
better.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Because, one of my fears is just not being humiliated enough or terrified. So,
That's why I love you.
yeah. I thought of, like, a random thing, like, embarrassing thing that happened to me during high school that was, like, the popular girls being mean to me. and that was like sufficiently far away enough where if someone found out that I was talking about them,
Then
I
it's
wouldn't
okay.
die of shame. And
Can you paint
it
us a
was kind
picture
fun.
of like who you were in high school?
Oh man, I had this long sleeve corduroy shirt that I thought was cool to wear underneath a band t-shirt.
Every day?
It was my favorite outfit, and I had
Okay.
like 17 bracelets and then like this shiny thick headband.
Ooh.
Where was this?
This was Virginia.
Okay.
You made it sound like I must have been on Mars or something to be
No,
wearing
no,
that.
no.
I am pro corduroy. If you want to bring it back, I am.
I mean,
here.
corduroy's back, but the way that I was doing it, it was never there in the first place. This
Long
this
sleeve underneath.
long sleeve corduroy,
corduroy.
button down
That sounds a little warm.
underneath a band t-shirt.
Yeah.
Usually the shins, which
Okay.
You know,
People like
Okay.
I stand by that, but
Yeah.
my
Yeah.
God, the outfit was terrible. So I don't know. I was sort of a like wannabe, like maybe wannabe emo kid, except like I mean emo in the like Bright Eye sense, not in the MCR sense.
Yeah.
Connor Oberst.
Yeah, exactly.
Little indie emo.
Yeah. So that was me. I was straight A's and like sometimes got to go on like camping trips with the popular kids because we were all part of the same camping group, but wasn't actually like friends with them. So that was me.
Okay. This is good.
And I played soccer, and all of the popular girls were on the A team. And I started out on the A team and was like, oh man, I can't believe I got onto this team. It's ridiculous. Like, oh, what's Skater Boy? What are they talking about? I don't know. And then the next year I was on the B team and was suddenly like, oh, I can make friends with these people. This is great. But the other girls would see me around, and they like kind of knew me from being on the team. So we had like some awkward like sense of having to interact. And so I was at the pool this one time that I'm thinking of. We had a
what pool?
public pool, Shawnee
Okay.
Swim Club.
Mm-hmm.
Shawnee.
Mm-hmm. As in named after the Native Americans.
Oh, okay.
Oh, not
We-
like, hey, Shawnee, it's your
No.
birthday.
When you say
No.
we were at the pool, it's you and these soccer.
No, so I brought a friend. So we had a membership, me and my family, and you could like bring a guest for free. So I normally just went like very awkwardly by myself and would like look at everybody doing their cool thing and be like, like I don't even want to stand up in my swimsuit. Anyway, I'll go home. But yeah, this time I brought a friend, and we were like standing in the pool or something, and my friend Melissa was on the B team with me. So she was also like she was like just below popular, like second tier kind of thing.
Subpopular.
Yeah. And she kind of glanced over at these girls that were all hanging out together, and within earshot of them was like, it's fine. I don't even like them. I don't even remember what we must have been discussing like, oh yeah, they're not interacting with us or something.
Mm-hmm.
And I, of course, was like, oh gosh, like I think they're amazing. Like, oh no. One, they heard me. Two, I can't disagree with her.
Oh my god.
And the bizarre reaction of these girls was to wade over. They were in the pool too, and form a large circle around me and my friend, and start singing, "Make new friends, but keep the old ones. One is
What?
silver and the other gold."
What?
What
Yeah.
song is this?
You
Are
don't know
they-
this song?
Are they
You
witches
all
from
know
a
the
Roald
song?
Dahl story?
Yeah, no.
They were.
I've heard that
Creepy.
song. I just don't know what it's from, but I've heard that.
My mom
yeah.
used to sing it.
Yeah,
Really?
I feel like it's just a known childhood
Yeah,
song.
yeah.
I don't know what
Is
the
like
your
origin is.
mom Kia's bully?
Maybe. She might be.
This is not the end of the story.
I'm really sorry, but that's like the
Why would
most
you ask that
memorable
question?
one.
Because
Why
what
would you
did
ask that
they
question?
do?
Then they just waded away
Just-
through the water,
That's the end of the story. Them
you sure?
awkwardly
It was-
swimming away.
right? Like, it's strange because as a comeback, it is a very awkward comeback.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I certainly didn't think that at the time. I
Oh.
was like,
Is it like a New
this is the
Year's
worst
song?
moment
What
of
do
my
you-
life.
yeah.
I think it might be from an old movie or something.
I don't know. Yeah.
Like,
Okay.
oh, what a wonderful morning.
Please give me the lyrics
or
again.
something.
A
Make
circle
new.
is round, it has no end. That's how long I want to be your friend.
Okay, I've never heard that particular lyric.
Make new friends.
But it's
Scout
make new
songs.
friends.
What is
But
it?
keep
Scout,
the
as in
old.
Girl
Scout
Scouts.
sounds. Oh.
Some are silver and the other gold. Also, I feel like inherently gold as a commodity is more valuable. So you're already ranking your friends by their value
Yeah.
in the lyrics.
But
of that
also,
song.
all these lyrics are about like keeping your old friends.
Yeah.
We don't know what they were thinking, you know.
Irony. I don't know.
It's a poem from Joseph Perry called New Friends and Old Friends.
Why
Wow.
not new and old
that is the
friends?
least creative name for poems.
It's terrible.
Bible verse in Psalm 119, make new friends but keep the old. Those are silver, those are gold.
Oh, so it's a Bible thing.
Whoa. Interesting.
Ugh, man, we just got deep.
I think it is. Yeah, I don't know. This is a quick search, but wow.
Interesting.
Um,
This is unlocking some, deep trauma memories.
That's
for
what
me.
I'm
It's like
wondering.
a
Yeah.
whole new perspective.
It's
Yeah.
that's
great.
what I'm
Yeah.
wondering. I mean, I know we all have the story or stories in our head that are like, fuck, I wish that never happened. I wish that not. Is that one of those like?
At the time, I was like, this is definitely the worst moment of my life. But like, I mean, it's certainly, I had to dig to think of it at all to come up with so like, it didn't stick too much.
I like that it's a childhood one. I mean, the first thing that comes to mind for me is the first time I used a urinal. I was like in first or second grade, and you like have private bathrooms in kindergarten. Like it's just
Oh.
one bathroom, and you just
Yeah.
go to that bathroom
Oh.
at my kindergarten school.
Oh, mine had completely no stalls, public toilets against the wall. Anyway, we'll get to that.
Wow.
Go ahead.
Whoa.
Yeah.
It's another
No
religious,
stalls?
Religious
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, she was singing that song on the toilet while everybody was watching her.
I have to make eye contact while you
And I walk into the bathroom. Now it's like a shared, right? And it's like the whole school can use this bathroom during recess time. And I'd never seen a urinal, and I just completely dropped my pants to my ankles.
Little kids do, yeah.
And then a couple people, kids my age, walked in and pointed and yelled
Oh,
penis or something.
sounds like such an honest mistake. I mean,
Well, it
I've
wasn't
never
because I
used
grabbed
one,
myself
would
and I
probably do
ran
that
outside.
today.
No, I'm just
okay.
kidding. And then my dad, like what feels like a week later, taught me how to pee standing up because I didn't know prior to that. Like I didn't know what I was doing.
Did you was it because you told them?
I don't think so. I mean, it got back to him somehow. Either I told him or
Right,
something, but
okay.
either way, I just have these memories of standing next to my naked dad in the bathroom in my childhood home, and him just like, here's how you do it. And he just pulled down his pants and held himself and peed in the toilet. He's like, you do it.
Wait, so he did it the way
Yeah,
that you
you
got
did
laughed
it.
at for doing it? He pulled his pants down?
Well, no, he did it the right way and
Okay,
showed me how to
okay,
do it
alright.
the
You
manly
said
to pee
naked.
the manly way.
Okay, so were both of you angled at the same toilet, or were you? going in the bathtub or something?
I was really small, so he did it over my shoulder. Yeah, we were aiming at the same time. Yeah, what do you think?
I don't know.
I feel like most places I go now have at least one child urinal, just in case,
Yeah.
because
Oh,
urinals are really high for kids to use.
Tell me about it.
You need to throw your
Scott,
height
by
at
the
us,
way,
John.
I
is
think
4'11".
I think I've been to some adult urinals that were almost like above my gosh. I'm like, what the fuck are they thinking?
Dude, I went to Montana a few summers ago, and every toilet I sat on, my legs were dangling, and they are
That's
so
Montana.
they are so
people.
tall there. Yeah. I have a
That's
few friends that are
amazing.
from there.
They
They're
need to
over
be
6 foot.
sturdy toilets for sturdy people.
Yeah.
Do you think they're trying to prevent the problem of squatters? Like, because
No, they're trying to embarrass
Oh,
me.
like your
No, think about it.
Your legs
okay,
go asleep?
the world doesn't revolve around
I'm
you.
pretty sure it does.
If you can't physically
Uh-huh.
reach the toilet without sitting on it, right? You can't squat above it because your legs aren't long enough. Then you can't pee all over the seat.
Oh,
So if
so you have to
everybody
sit.
is in that situation, like if you had to climb a ladder to get on the
yeah,
toilet,
Yeah.
then you would be safe
Oh.
from the toilet seat being peed on.
Peed on, yeah.
That's why I sit when I'm at home.
I think
Yeah,
if
I mean-
people want to pee on a toilet seat, they'll find a way. And that's my experience.
I just pictured
men's
Jeff
bathrooms.
Goldblum with pee on his hand, going "Life finds a way." No.
And then it dribbles off of his hand and onto the toilet seat. Oh, that's fascinating.
Wow. I'm so sorry.
Yeah, thank you.
This explains you a lot.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's
sorry.
the tragedy of
Really
like,
creepy.
like it's sort of a prisoner's dilemma kind of situation in any sort of like upper to like nicer public building, because it's like it's nice enough where like someone wouldn't be like, ew, it's an airport bathroom, I'm like gonna squat to pee. It's probably just been cleaned, and there's like, you know, post COVID, like there's no one in my office, right? So like you probably are using like the most sanitary toilet. So if you go in there and you're like, I bet the other people are also not squatting, then and if that's true, then you're all safe. But if anybody breaks the pact, you know, then
unspoken
you're
pact.
risking your bottom on a pee full seat.
Yeah, it's the worst.
Yeah.
Why I don't understand why they don't have a system yet in a toilet stall where it goes through like a car wash situation where they just pump dryers on it, and it's a dry toilet every time. Even if somebody comes in there and intentionally wets it up with whatever substance.
You're saying
just
clean it first.
dry the pee
No,
onto
just
the
dry
toilet
it. Well, I don't think. Well,
awful.
otherwise
No, then
they
you'll see it. You'll
yeah,
see
but
all these little ringlets.
otherwise
think
these
of
places
other
are gonna have to pay
reasons
for
why.
soap and water.
Well, they have. I think I've seen it. The like
Air
toilet,
is
like,
free.
It just goes in a circle, and there's like a little squeegee.
Yeah, what I've seen, and I don't remember
Yeah.
where it was, but apparently this was a fleeting
Yeah.
thing, just like a little plastic cover that rotated once you were done using the
All
toilet.
right, I
And-
didn't see
Oh.
that one, but
Yeah.
I remember watching Dexter with my brother and sister-in-law.
Clarifying question: Dexter's Lab or Dexter the murderer with the red hair,
Murder with Red Hair. I call him the Ginger Killer.
who like is in a relationship with his sister?
What?
I think
Oh
at the
yeah,
end of the
there's a
show-
weird
at the end of the
arc.
show.
It's so
What?
good.
Becomes
It's a
lumberjack.
fun.
It
just
ends
watch it.
quite poorly.
It's so
The
good.
show
They
does.
know it. They
It's
know
quite a
it, or they
nosedive.
don't know it.
They're yes, yes,
Yes.
yes,
Yeah,
yes.
they
yes.
willingly enter into.
It's so good.
One of them's adopted though, maybe both of them. Anyway,
Yeah.
sorry
Yeah.
to
I think we
digress.
should go through season 1 through 8 now.
Good theme song.
But there's a scene where one of the like dead bodies in the show is in a bathtub, and and she's completely covered in urinal cakes. And my sister-in-law, at the time 35 years old, was like, "What the fuck are those?" And I was like, "Oh, of course. Like, why would she know what a urinal cake is? Do you know what a urinal cake is?
I mean, my understanding
yeah.
is that it's sitting in the urinal to
Have you
keep
seen it?
like from smelling.
Yeah.
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 But
I think I've seen them before, but I don't know why.
I've seen some urinal cakes that have been like attached to toilets, like on the inside seat. They're smaller usually.
Oh,
but
Sure.
okay, yeah.
Yeah.
they're there as well. Yeah.
I forget that those are cakes. I call them
Yeah.
urinal. Those ones I call urinal muffins
Okay.
or toilet muffins. Yeah.
well, now they have like very fancy, almost like gel pads, not even cakes.
Oh
and I
yeah,
think they have to
Oh,
replace.
yeah.
that's why
They
I've
are
seen it.
they're very kind of pungent. They smell good, I guess.
Pungently good.
Yeah.
Well, it's just a very strong smell.
so that you don't smell pee.
Yeah, it's like your nose is right next to a shampoo bottle.
Yeah. Since we're talking
Okay.
about urinal technology and advancements, I want to let you know
This
that
is
there
great subject
was
matter.
there was a time when that thing was invented that has like all the little tiny plastic fingers coming up. It's like thousands of them or hundreds of them, and it just completely stops pee from ricocheting. Because like
Oh.
Mm.
I'm sure there are people who pee on random things or not caring about anything, but a lot of what happens around it, I'm just letting you in on the guy thing. A lot of what happens around a toilet is just it's just random like splat, like it's just water just randomly ricocheting.
It's
Water?
fractals.
And pee. I'm saying like water and pee and everything. Like, that's what's causing it. It's not generally that men are the worst, and like there are some people that do. I'm not saying there aren't. But those things, whenever they were invented like 8 years ago, just like stop all ricocheting.
Mhm.
Okay,
And
and are they common now?
The technology.
They're way more common. Yeah, they
that's
they rolled.
awesome.
A lot of places like learned about it, and I was like, we need to get the word out on this. I was
They're
like,
like the
it was so great. I was like, we need to let people know.
yeah. They're like the bee sticker technology isn't working anymore.
yeah.
Yeah, those went by the wayside.
Yeah, I
Very
don't think those
sad.
even worked well too.
But I liked it.
Yeah.
As if it was a game.
Yeah.
I want to win points.
I'd also like to disagree with the point you made. I do think men are the worst, and they will pee on things indiscriminately. I can't speak for myself, but I know many people who pee on just
I
whatever.
think people are just like I said. I work at I work at a school, and like I find shit on the toilet seat. I'm like, how does it get on the seat? This is
Oh,
the
yeah.
worst.
The squatting.
Oh, they're
oh
squatting.
gosh, there's squat poopers. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean,
Squatting.
I didn't even bring up like this is all avoided by the little what I call the toilet frosting, which is the little sheet that you put
Sheets,
over the toilet seat.
frosting. See, it's
so,
all
you know,
cake
I don't-
related.
Yeah. I don't actually encounter squat poopers or anything like that in my office. I just cover.
Wouldn't that be
said-
closer? Oh, sorry. Wouldn't that be closer to a fondant? Like frosting?
Get your shit straight, Kia.
Yes, I think that's
Yeah.
fair.
I'm
Would
sorry.
be.
You said you like publicly shat in elementary school. Like there's no stall
Oh.
doors.
There was no stall doors. So like this was in preschool, I believe.
Okay.
And yeah, the bathroom was just a room about the size of the one we're in now, and there were just multiple very low toilets against the wall, very like low child-sized toilets against the wall. So you just
So I second Dylan's question.
yes.
You just had a shit in front of you?
I guess I don't even remember it being weird is the thing. Like I don't remember. I just have this image of the bathroom. I don't remember using it.
What I'm hearing is that you miss it.
Maybe I never used it, and that's why I don't remember having to do that. Maybe I was scared.
It's like
Yeah,
a
yeah, yeah.
latrine in the war.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know why people. I mean, I guess I get why, but like, people are so bizarre in bathrooms. Like, you know, when you walk in, there's like 4 stalls, and it's like just the interactions and everything. Why do people get so weird?
Wait, what are you talking
Yeah.
about?
What do you want to happen?
I just want people to be
That-
normal. Like, I don't
Can you
need them to hold a
elaborate?
conversation, but it's like everybody's just like eyes down, not making.
Oh, you're saying it's
like-
awkward.
Yeah.
That
He's trying to do
sounds
comedy
perfectly
shows in the
normal.
bathroom, is what it
You
sounds
say?
like. You're trying to do
You
some
want to
comedy.
make eye contact with
No, I don't
people.
want to. I mean, I don't want to like hold conversations with them, but I'm just saying like people just get so weird. It's like even just being like, we both need to use the sink at the same time. Like no one's like, hey, you can go first. Like it's totally fine. It's like no one has a phrase like that. No one says that ever. They're just like, You're just like, why can't you be normal?
And everybody's
Like,
holding their
because they're
penis. Like,
afraid.
what do I do in this? What do I do?
Aren't they like afraid that you just like noticed whether they came out of a stall or walked away from a urinal, and therefore are thinking about whether they were peeing or pooping?
But that
all
is
the time?
what a bathroom is used
Fine.
for.
All right, Scott. I'm at a stall.
You're at
I'm
a
the only
stall?
one in the stall right now.
Yeah, great.
All right.
Good for you.
Okay.
Okay. We role playing?
Yeah. Some might call it improv.
This is at PF Chang's, by the way.
That's the
That's
improv
what
part.
this is.
Okay, I'm mumbling to myself a little bit, like, oh, that orange chicken was so good. What am I gonna do after? What do I want dessert? What am I? Oh, there's someone else in here. Why is he looking at me? What is
This has never happened in the bathroom because people are
seems
so
like he
weird. They
seems like he-
just are silent.
Yeah, are you narrating your thoughts aloud?
Yeah, that's how you don't pee like that?
No wonder Scott thinks people in bathrooms are
Yeah.
There's a lot of muttering going on in there.
Yeah.
That's all
Yeah, a lot of
butters.
grunting
It's all
and
butters.
muttering and
Mhm.
voices. The
That's true. So have you recovered since singing this song in the pool?
I'm sorry, we can't just leave.
Okay, yeah.
Can we
relive
address
this?
what just happened?
Well, Scott. I
lost
thought
for
Scott was
words.
going to. I thought Scott was going to approach me because that seems like that's what you want.
you know,
No,
you wanna
I
be-
don't.
What? Scott?
It's not that I want to approach people. It's just that people should be normal.
You want to make friends in the bathroom.
No, I don't
You
want to
just have
make
a
friends in the
different
bathroom.
you have a different expectation of normal. They're probably trying to be normal by not looking at.
No, but they don't act that way anywhere else.
Scott,
in
it
the
sounds like you
world.
want the bathroom to be like the Elks Club or something, like a
No,
third
I just
place
want
where
it to
everybody
be-
comes.
But then
I just wanted to be normal.
Okay,
I
fine.
don't
You're
know.
peeing and I walk into the bathroom.
Yeah. Like people don't even do this on an elevator. Like people are more normal in an elevator,
they
even though
totally
they're weird.
do. I
They're
don't.
weird, but they're
know
like
people
more
are
normal in the bathroom.
That seems very normal to me.
Yeah, I think you're
We're
allowed
trying-
to be
yeah.
very unfriendly in a bathroom.
Yeah.
We're trying to
Flinging
get-
shit is
we're trying to
not
get-
out of the
You should
what
be
question.
normal
ashamed of
is.
yourself for what you're doing in there.
You
I
just
don't
were the
know,
one
yeah.
acting surprised that we had to take a poop in front of kids
I
in our
am. That's
preschool.
weird. Yeah.
So if that's weird, then why is being private about it not weird? Or why is being private about it also weird?
I guess what I'm saying is like if I walked into a bathroom and there was no stall walls, that is the level of awkwardness that I think warrants what people are doing with bathrooms that have stalls where like
Okay.
there's no way to see each other or anything,
Okay,
and like
okay.
the whole thing just has a smell to it, so you can't even tell who's making the stinky one. You know, it's like people just I don't know, so it's just so weird. It's like when somebody knocks too, like on the door to be like, is somebody in there? You know, like let's say it's a stall where you can't look under it. And it's
I
like they-
usually yelp when somebody does that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it's like, well, somebody will knock, and the people's response of like, it's taken. It's just like so bizarre. Because it's like somebody knocks and I'm like, yep, somebody's in here. You know, it's like I just give a calm.
Hey, have you never been
response.
walked in on because you didn't answer fast enough? Someone knocks and then opens the door. You forgot to lock it.
Dude,
and
my
yeah.
girlfriend's place has no lock on the bathroom door. How fucked is that? It's not okay. She
Well-
has
Yeah, it is
2
not-
roommates.
Yeah, it's not.
Okay,
it's
but
not
did they
good.
just leave the door open when no one's in there?
Or did they
'Cause
shut it
I've
like a
never locked my
psychopath?
bathroom door at home.
You've never locked your bathroom door at home? What are
Wait, do
you
you live
talking
alone or
about?
not?
No.
Are you
I
trying
have
to-
roommates. I share my bathroom with 2 other people. But it's if the door's shut, that means someone's in there. There's no the door's never shut.
It
Otherwise.
sounds like an invitation.
No one has ever seen it like that.
Okay.
To my knowledge.
Okay, you want to be walked in on.
Yeah.
I'm the guy who's never
No.
been walked in on, but it sounds like you want to be walked in on.
No, I'm pretty
Yeah.
sure. I mean, I don't see why anyone would lock it because
Do you leave it a little crack so they know somebody's in there?
sometimes I have to open it for the cats. They stand outside and go, "Oh my God, are you peeing in there? Oh my God, let me in, let me in, let me in."
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the toilet is in such a place that you're like right in front of the part of the door that
Right,
cracks
yeah.
open. So it's at the end of a hallway, so it provides quite a line of sight. But I also have like decent enough sense of like who's home at the moment and whether they're walking down the hall.
Yeah, I get it.
I've never been like
Predator-like senses.
yeah.
Or like infrared goes
Yeah.
off when she's on the
And
toilet.
a bunch of clicking.
That's so good.
I don't see why it would be so scary. You just
I don't like
the
it.
door's shut. That
So-
means the way is shut. You just don't open the door when it's
I mean, just to, because I know we went to school, like, because I saw my friends at your school, it's all women's school, and like, I mean, I felt like somehow they were even more, like, they were more normal than like other bathrooms are, because I guess they're used to it, like when they have, like, guy friends stay over, which like, that
Wait,
seemed a
sorry,
lot better.
Can you elaborate? What are you talking about?
Because
like,
like,
They're using the women's bathrooms?
yeah,
or-
when I stayed over to like, to hang out with my friend, I'd be there for like a weekend, and I did that, I don't know, like twice a year, every
Oh,
year.
you weren't supposed to use the women's bathrooms.
They told me I could.
Okay, well, I mean, I don't
Well,
think anybody
yeah.
would have complained.
But I'm saying like they were at least I think maybe because it was like they knew it had to happen. But I'm saying like that setting I guess was more normal. I think, but I also knew I guess I knew a lot of them too.
okay,
So like you
yeah.
could at least you weren't having a conversation, but at least you could just be like, oh hey, like
Yeah.
if they hadn't seen me like show up that weekend or something, and like I knew them from the past. But yeah.
Yeah.
This is a tangent.
What were
from-
we supposed to do? Because my friends didn't tell me.
Well, when I had friends staying with me, I
Yeah.
remember them using like the nearest gender neutral restroom or something like that,
Was it that
which was a one stall.
But was it that the floor had a vote on it or anything or not?
Oh, possibly.
So
yeah.
maybe it's that their
That's
floor
totally
vote, yeah.
possible. Yeah.
But also, and I think I've told you this in the past, they all had like pacts with their roommates and everything of like what's allowed and stuff. And I came one weekend, the first weekend I ever like visited, one of her friends was like, oh yeah, you could just sleep in my roommate's bed. Like, we have an agreement that like, if one of us is away and somebody has somebody staying over, like they can just stay in there. And the agreement is just I have to like wash the sheets afterwards. So like you just wash the sheets because it's like you're the one sitting, and you're like you're not her friend. And I was like, cool, this makes sense. So did that, left, washed the sheets. I get like back to my college, and like a day later they're like, the woman's bed you slept in, she quit college the next day after learning you slept in the
What
bed.
the hell?
It was like the camel that broke the straw that broke the camel's
But
back.
she had
yeah.
agreed to this?
She had agreed to it, yeah. But like, and she never even met me, so like, she doesn't even know how awkward I am. But I'm saying like,
it's just
she,
the aura that you left
yeah,
there was
just the
so
aura,
pungent
yeah.
and powerful.
and they're like, I mean, she literally came back and people had said that like she was having a real tough time in college, just like adjusting. I don't know if it was necessarily like the schoolwork, but it's just like a tough time, like being away from family and everything.
Well, it's an all women's college. It's a suffocating
Yeah.
environment.
And then like she showed up and like her roommate that I met was like, hey, somebody stayed here. I already washed the sheets. And she was like, fuck this. And just like left, and that was it. And she never
Wow.
came back. Yeah.
Mm.
So,
How do you feel about taking
Yeah.
educational
Yeah,
opportunities
Did
away
it?
from
Yeah.
women?
Ruined a life.
yeah.
Yeah.
This goes back to something we were talking about earlier, and I have to let you know that I thought of it because I just can't walk past it without saying something. I always assume that the weirdest looking person makes the worst smells in a bathroom.
Yes.
You see a big crowd in a bathroom,
Why?
and it smells bad. There's one person to blame in there.
Yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
the
What does
hierarchy
this
is based
weirdo
on-
look like? Is it like they have what makes the person
Oh,
stand
John
out
has
as a
the
weirdo.
exact image in his head.
It
Yeah.
just depends on what they're wearing, what their bone structure looks like,
Yeah.
how tall or short they are.
Yeah,
You know,
so it's not like if they're
Well, 'cause it also
disheveled, they're probably unclean.
exactly, because it's
more
also a
like,
distribution, right? If they're disheveled and the room's full of disheveled people, it's the most disheveled looking person.
It's
Okay,
true. A hot
okay.
person does make the least stinkiest shits.
Yeah.
That's
Oh,
the
I'm sure
assumption
that's
I
true.
think
Yeah,
we
yeah,
have
yeah,
as
yeah.
a species. I think we're sort of bred to think that way, you know?
Just saying, we're all about a 5 on the shit scale. Not too hot, not too cold, just
Yeah.
right.
That's why I always hear people who date gorgeous tall men are always like, "Oh, they're so clean, they don't even smell at all." That's the story and hook, line, sinker I get all the time from people.
All right. I want to jump into like a write-in type of story that was sent to me from our friend Brendan. I asked him a fucked up relationship story if he had one, and he did. It's pretty good. I'm gonna play it on my phone into the mic. We'll see how that goes. And I'm wondering if I play it from here, can you all hear it?
why don't you just splice it in later?
Okay, great.
Mm.
I was gonna pass it to one of you in the event that
No,
you
you're
couldn't. But all right, y'all ready?
Yep.
Okay. Oh, damn it! It was all lined up until you stopped me. Jesus. Thanks for being here. All right, here we go. From Brendan.
Hey, so I'm gonna tell you a little story about my first ever relationship with a girl, let's call her Bethany. So I grew up in suburban Pennsylvania, just all the stereotypes from sitcoms and stuff, just on the nose, don't change a thing. I was a loser, like a choir kid who played lots of video games, and you've got the image. Bethany was a cheerleader, and not only a cheerleader with an identical twin. So in no world should we have dated, and she was currently dating, I shit you not, the high school quarterback, but dumped him, and through a series of weird events, ended up dating me. This ended up lasting as long as you'd predict, probably about a month, a little over a month, until she broke up with me and started dating one of my friends at the time. I had terrible friends at that point in high school, and this was a helpful reminder of that. I was in a rock band with them, and when they found out I was dating this girl, they were so upset and thought it was such a crime that they kicked me out of the band and wrote a song called Biggest Upset of All Time that I then heard them perform. And the thing is, I wasn't even upset because it was the most pathetic song ever. I'm going to do a little rendition here right now. The chorus goes such. I can't believe my eyes. Then this is like a screamo thing. What is going on? This wasn't supposed to happen. Biggest upset of all time. So yeah, they were crap. This girl was crap, and while I felt like crap at the time, it was a good learning lesson because I found really good friends after that, and she turned out to be an anti-vaxxer before it was even cool, before COVID even. So she went kind of crazy, and now her kids are probably in iron lungs. So all's well that ends well. Hope this helps. Thank you guys.
All right. There
Cool.
you go. Thanks, Brendan.
I want to coin the term buot.
Buat.
Biggest upset of all time.
Yeah.
Buot.
What, baby?
Is it that they're saying it's so upsetting that he dated the hot, cool cheerleader? Is that the?
Yeah, that's like the trope they write in like SNL sketches.
Yeah,
like,
I don't know. At first, I thought they
Oh.
were using it in a more
Yeah.
sort of fitting manner, which is like, wow, he's dating a cheerleader.
Right.
That's quite the upset, as in the unexpected situation.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
No, I think they were just bummed.
Do you think she
Fuck.
could have been she's all thatting him and it just didn't work? And then like they just gave up.
Can you give us the tagline if she's on that?
You know, she's they're like they find a girl with glasses and she's kind of mousy, and these popular guys they all make a bet that one of it's Pygmalion. It's like My Fair Lady, but in high
Okay.
school.
Yeah. Except
Okay.
I'm Freddie Prinze Jr. and I'm gonna make her hot.
Yeah, it's Freddie Prinze Jr. and that hot girl actress.
Rachel Lee Cook.
Okay.
Rachel McAdams?
Mm-mm. Nope.
No,
Oh,
this
it's
was-
Rachel Lee Cook. Oh, what is that? You said
When
it
I
that,
said-
you said it in that way that you were joking.
Rachel Lee Cook.
But yeah, do you think the cheerleader maybe broke up with the quarterback and was like,
Oh.
"We're gonna she's all that.
We're gonna get.
This
We're gonna get.
guy.
Yeah.
And they did, but it was like these helpless
Maybe, yeah.
basket case.
And all the
They
and all
dumped
the nerds were like mad, like, oh, why the fuck is she doing?
Well,
that?
and then she went to his best friend instead, and successfully, I guess, she's all that at him.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Oh, he was the unsuccessful first draft.
Yeah.
I have a story that kind of
Yeah.
much shorter timeline because it was just like a 1 day thing or like 1 day into the next.
What hot person gave you batted their eyes at you,
Yeah.
Scott?
Yeah. it just so happened to bat my eyes right at midnight.
Was it Freddie Prinze Jr.?
No, the people I used to play Ultimate with. No.
Ah.
They had I forgot how she was connected to the group, but somebody came to visit, and this was the first time that I had ever known she existed. And like, I don't know what it was of that day. I think maybe she was there because somebody's birthday party or something, because we were all going to crash at some of the people's house that lived right by the field. But we were going to go out and like drink that night. It was like a big party that day. So, but like we're all hanging out, like, we're just playing Ultimate. And then as the night goes on, like she's really showing an interest in me. And I'm like, this is bizarre. Like, this is weird. Like, this doesn't happen to me.
What did I do?
And
Something's wrong.
Yeah. And like, we get super drunk. Oh, maybe I was supposed to go home. We get super drunk and they're like, just crash on the floor. And I was like, cool. And it's like, here we are, like making out, trying to find like closets and everything, like to do stuff in private. And
What?
And then like the next day, they tell me, they're like, yeah, like last time she was here, like she dated like the like tall French hot dude, and like they broke up, and they're like, maybe she's just trying to get back at him with you. And I was like, with me? I was like, she is sorely misunderstood.
You're even honored to be used as
God,
a
you're the
player.
opposite of tall French hot dude.
Yeah.
And I was just like, me? Like, no, that couldn't have been. I was like, there's no way anybody would think I was like gonna make him jealous.
Aw, Scott, give yourself some credit.
So that was fun.
But you had a fun night.
Had a fun night.
That
So
sounds
she
great.
just every time she visited, she just was with a different guy. Like, was this an overnight
I mean-
relationship she was trying to get other people get this guy back for, or was she actually dating this person longer term?
I think she might have dated him for like a month or two or something like that.
Okay.
But then he broke up with her, and then our thing was only like that, that day and night and stuff. And then I never saw her again. So,
Well, I think you're like a hot, tall French man. Whenever I describe you to people, I go,
the
what I said.
lie detector light's going on.
fine, you're not.
Wait,
tall.
speaking of hot people, okay, so Brendan mentioned in his description of this girl and why she was out of his league that she was a twin. Are
Oh.
twins inherently hotter than other people?
Oh, he did imply that, didn't he?
He did.
Well, there's
Yeah.
that whole thing.
Here's the
right?
thing.
And twins.
You know
Yeah,
what
in
I'm
the
saying?
early 2000s, at the same time people were doing "Was Up," there was a commercial for
Yeah.
beer that was like "and twins," and it was just a beer commercial with some hot twins in it,
Yeah.
and that became a thing.
Yeah.
Whoa,
yeah,
I did
it
not
is a
know this.
category in porn.
Well, okay, but that makes sense as like
Yeah.
a separate, right? Because like,
But it's
just
only a
because you meet
video of
someone
yin
who's a
yang twins.
twin.
It's crazy.
But it's spelled exactly how I'm about to say it. And
Yeah,
twins.
twins.
It's
Yeah,
all
yeah, yeah,
capital
yeah.
letters.
Oh, so it looks like tweens. So
Tweens,
okay.
yeah.
No comment. No comment.
You're so cute, John.
But speaking of shitty lyrics that they should have probably thought worse about, those lyrics.
Halo, mama. Let me put it in your
This is what
No, what do
Dylan
you-
was whispering at the urinal. Is-
So wait do you
The
see
Yin
my
Yang
dick
Twins,
song by
yeah.
Yin Yang Twins? You don't
Oh,
know that one?
no, I'm talking about the lyrics in Brendan's.
Oh, really? Because I was also thinking
You know what I was
Dylan.
thinking of.
I'm talking about Brendan's.
The Yin Yang Twins have like the most notoriously awful lyrics.
I don't even know who they
second
are.
only to Brendan. Yes, you
Second
do.
to
I
who?
don't know.
The Whisper song.
Brendan.
Is that
Second
what
to who?
Wait, the Whisper song?
What's the
Well, that's
Whisper
the
song?
To
second.
Brendan's band.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
His screamo band.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
lyrics is what I was talking about.
Yeah.
Somebody should have told those people you should second guess your lyrics.
Yeah. That's true.
But I mean, hey, all the power to them. I mean, like, I've never written a song that I've played for anybody, so it's like they have way more confidence than I
Just
do.
the fact that they performed in front of people, like, do you think now in their 30s they're embarrassed by this? Like, do you think they think back and they're like, oh,
I mean, if they're
what
better
were we-
songwriters, then probably not.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, you need to put the practice in.
You
the
gotta start
work in,
somewhere,
Yeah.
and you start with Brendan's relationship.
Yeah.
I get it.
What is going on? like it.
Have you ever dated twins or?
No.
I think you mean twins.
Yeah.
Twins? I've
What I
dated
meant is
twins.
dated up. Have you ever dated?
Yeah,
You
yeah.
tend to
My
date
God.
sideways. Are you a lateral dater? What's going on?
Diagonal.
I don't know how to answer that. I've not dated twins. All of the twins that I know are women.
Uh huh.
And so I was mostly like, I knew them from soccer and stuff, and I remember being super proud that I could tell them apart.
Okay.
Like identical, but
You were
there
proud
was
of
a
yourself.
little bit different, yeah.
I love that.
Ooh, we had twins in my high school, and I could not tell them apart.
Were you at all? Did you like know them each personally or anything?
No, not. I mean, they were like friends of friends. So like,
Yeah.
I only ever hung out with them like in other friend circles. But like all the house parties, I mean, they'd be at and we'd have conversations and stuff.
Alright,
And we did
yeah.
some drama stuff together. But like, we never were. They were a grade ahead of me or 2 grades ahead of me, and we never had classes together.
Yeah, I think I only started being able to tell twins apart once I got to know them,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
personality and stuff.
It's the same person. Doesn't matter. Anyways, this has been. It's been your fucked up relationship. The podcast episode 1. Kia, thank you so much for being here
Thank you for having me.
and
It
for
was a
kicking
pleasure.
this off.
And wow, what a journey it's been.
Yeah.
P.F. Chang's, Roald Dahl, toilets and urinals, etc., etc. A disc.
3 of those things
A
were
disc.
just
Yeah.
piss, so yeah, it's not really the
Hey,
widest
speaking
of
of piss, do you
gamuts.
think those creepy singing girls in that pool, do you think they were pissing?
Oh.
Oh, undoubtedly.
All right, that brings us full circle.
Yeah.
Thanks,
And
guys.
That brings us to our fun outro scene.
That's
now,
right. Oh,
John,
yeah.
we've been working on this. Oh yeah, do you hear it?
Okay.
Woo!
Okay.
This is an Endgames production. Please catch Your Fucked Up Relationship every Friday and Saturday at 9 p.m. Here in the Mission. Anything else we want to plug? Anybody got something?
If you're in our community, we haven't posted it yet, but we're gonna be doing a laboratory
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
May 18th from 6 to 8.
Scott, what's the laboratory?
Laboratory is a fun community building show put on by Sal, who you pitch a show in advance. You sign up the week of the show. You submit any 3.5-minute stupid, dumb, fun, experimental thing you want to do. It's a blast. It doesn't have to be comedy. Can be comedy. Can be funny. Doesn't have to be funny. And it's just a great time.
Sounds awesome.
It's a lot of fun, often very weird, but very supportive. Come on out.
Yeah. Anything else you want to plug?
I don't think
Oh,
so.
I mean, yeah,
Okay.
John and I are going to be in a series of one-act plays.
Oh, yeah.
soon.
Living room theater, no date and no location.
No date, no location.
TBD.
Be there or be
TBD.
square, baby.
Oh, it might not be in a living room,
Yeah.
Well, it'll
despite
be right
the
here.
name.
And check out my other YouTube channel, Color Circuit. And thank you all.
Cool.
Catch you soon.
Thanks.
Bye.